So a great way of gaining an understanding of what pupils have understood about a topic is to ask them to create an infographic. So once your learners have learned about a topic, they can then do research and find out different things about something around that area. So we're going to use Adobe Creative Cloud Express. And what we're going to do is we're going to create that infographic. So we can either search at the top, or we can go to the add button and select what we want to create. And you can see the infographic is just there. What that then gives us is that setup of what we want our infographic to look like. So for this example, I'm going to create one on the wives of Henry VIII. So one of the features I'm going to use is the text to image AI feature. So in there, I'm going to choose the portrait style, and I would like it to create a Tudor wallpaper for me. And then I select generate, and what that will do is it will generate some different variations of what a Tudor wallpaper could look like, and then that's what I'm going to be able to use as my background for the work that I'm going to do. Now, one of the things I've had to do is all the research in the background of what I want to add. So once I've got that there, I can add that in, and I can drag it to cover my entire page. So from there, and then the next thing is to add the text. I would like to add my own text, and I'm going to say the wives of Henry VIII. So at that point, I can then decide whether or not I need to change the format of my background. If I want to, I could have gone to the templates and had a look at what was on there. And just seeing whether or not there are some examples that I could have used. So if there's one there with 6 options, I could have used that and then just altered it as I wanted. But what I'm going to do is then go in and just continue to edit this. So I'm just going to pause my recording. So what I'm then able to do is to go on, find images that I want to use for the wives of Henry VIII and add those to my infographic. You can see that I'm adding the different bits of information about them. So I'm going to add an image of each and then just their names and the dates at which they were married to Henry VIII. I could then add different information like how they died or what happened to them after it. But if I want to maintain some continuity in the text that I'm using, what I am able to do is to go on to the text and make a copy of it, or just then go in and create a new text box that allows me then to write in for the next person. So all we're going to do is continue down, add in the different images and the text boxes. What I'd like to do is have them all in circles so that it just looks a little bit nicer. So I can select my image, I can go over and I can crop my image and select then the shape that I would like my image to be cropped into. So all I'm going to do is make sure that, again, looking at that continuity for each and having each of the wives in a circle, and then I'm also able to make sure that the size and those are the same as well, so that it just makes it visually pleasing. So once I've added all the information I want, you can see that then as I've got to the bottom, it's become a little bit cluttered. So what I've done is with my background, I've actually locked that in place so that when I'm selecting different objects, I'm not selecting the background as well to be moved. So what you can do is just select that background and lock that in place using that icon at the top. That then allows us to select sections of text or images and just move them up and set them as we want, so that we can then organize our work so that it just looks a little bit better. So moving that up, and Catherine Howard. And then what that means is that we've got all the information about our wives of Henry VIII in an infographic. So from there, I can download it, I can share it with other people and share it and create a hyperlink to it for others to be able to see the work. But that's how we can create an infographic of something that you've been learning about in class.